Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another Small Biz Chat. This is Lorraine Ball.
And Jennifer Denney.
And this morning, we're going to talk about marketing trends. And I got to tell you, Jen, I was hanging out with a friend of mine and their 5-year-old granddaughter. And we were wandering through the store, and the child was just like, oh, look at that. And oh, look at that. And oh, I want that. And oh, I want that. And, you know, that's natural for a 5-year-old, but it's also natural for a business owner.
I think it's natural for a lot of people. We like new and exciting things. And unless you're a weirdo like me, I mean, I do like new and exciting things, but I do think I have a side of me where I like consistency, the boring things that over and over, like the tortoise wins the race, not the hare.
Absolutely. 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 I but I am distracted by new marketing trends. Everybody is talking about this software product or that tool or that strategy.
Yeah,
And even if I don't jump to it,
yeah.
I can't resist the urge to dive down the rabbit hole and learn something about it.
Yeah.
And and part of that is what made and it's the same thing with you because I know that you geek out on this
Yeah.
stuff that made us successful as agency owners and as marketers. But it also, I think, helps us sit with clients and say, yeah, that's not a good idea for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Marketing trends, there'll always be new trends and
Mhm.
always new things coming out. And you do need to do your research and you do need to look into it, but you don't need to jump on top of things. And I think there's strategic frameworks that you can kind of work through that tell you, yeah, I should jump on this trend, or no, I should set that aside.
Absolutely. And I think the first thing that you have to do is something new is coming at you is, the simple questions. How does this fit with everything else I'm doing?
Hmm.
What do I have to give up to make room for this?
Right.
What's it really going to cost me to implement? And once you get past those, there's still a ton more questions, right, Jen?
Yeah. I mean, what is the market telling you? And if your market is your friends who are also tech heavy or marketing friends, and that's who you're going to tell you that this is something that you should do, I think that's going to be your first mistake in determining if a trend is worth it.
Absolutely. You have to start with your customers, and they may not even be aware of the trend.
Right.
What you have to do is frame your investigations in terms of, is this going to add value for them?
Yeah.
So a conversation about, hey, if I could do X, would you be interested? If I told you I could do this faster, but it's going to cost you more, would you pay the differential? If if we just stopped running this program entirely because we don't think it's adding value, how are you going to feel about it?
Yeah.
And
And
yeah,
and I'm thinking you're talking maybe directly to your client, and I'm like, I want to know my client's client, my
mhm,
client's audience. Would whatever this tactic or trend or whatever that's going on, would that person use it? Are they using it? Like, what is that area? And that's where that curiosity for me really comes in, and asking, is this a trend right now, but is this a trend like longer term? What's the thorough way? Is it
mm.
is it going to be true no matter if it's hot or not right now?
You know, a lot of brands in the early days of social media fell into this trap. There was a meme that was trending. I mean, and that's the most basic example of trending, right?
Yeah.
Something somebody said was really fun, and the solopreneurs and people like us could jump on it right away.
Yeah.
But companies that required longer approval processes would get out there finally a month later with a post referring back to a meme that everybody else had forgotten. So,
That's bandwidth problems.
so some of that curiosity and, oh, this sounds like a good idea, also has to look at that. Is this a quick hit? Is the benefit of this trend right now? Or, like you said, does it have that continuity?
Yeah.
Has the continuity, then you can begin exploring it. But if
Yeah.
you look at it and you're like, yeah, this is going to rise for 3 months and it's going to take us 4 to implement, no,
Yeah. Oh, well,
no.
so look for the pattern recognition, and the pattern recognition really can be found in history.
Mm-hmm.
What is the history? Because history repeats itself. Have we seen this work before? Will it go into the future? That is definitely plays. And then time sensitivity, you talked about being like maybe a smaller team, and maybe there's this little window of opportunity, but I'm still going to layer it on, is this a long-term winter of opportunity to shift maybe resources to, let's do this right now.
So I'll give you another example from well, the old days of social media.
Mm-hmm.
When Facebook first opened up to businesses, they offered the opportunity to create custom landing pages. So you could drive people to a very cool custom landing page with a very specific message. And then when they clicked through, they would get to your Facebook page. And if they'd already been there once, they would bypass right past it.
Yeah.
You had to create the damn thing in FBML, Facebook markup language, instead of HTML, which is what we were using for everything else.
Yeah.
And I had a kid approach me. And when I say a kid, he was probably 14. He says, I can build these. I said, great. He built them. We sold them. Facebook changed the size. We had to go back and adjust all the FBML. And then Facebook buried them. They were no longer your welcome page. So we had built this whole little business entity. Fortunately, the kid had to go back to school, so I didn't have to find something else for him to do in my company. But
I was never a fan of isolated landing pages from the get-go.
well, I wasn't after that, but it was new, it was exciting, it was different. All the big boys were creating their FBML pages, and we're like,
Yeah.
well, we should have this and we should offer it to our client. Yeah, no.
It-
No. I learned a lot about trends and trending tech in the last 20 plus years.
It really takes a disciplined
Mhm.
thinking, which is very hard when this like noise is out there that like I need to like a FOMO, like everybody else is on this, but is the everybody else just who's in my echo chamber? And so
Mhm.
you have to think that more disciplined. Does it complement what we're already doing? Does it align with things that the funnels, the stages, the campaign, the goals? If it aligns with that, then
Mhm.
it definitely move forward.
Absolutely. And if it requires that you completely build a separate system, a separate set of expertise,
Yeah,
just like when you're looking at customers, when somebody comes to you and says, I want you to do X, and you're like, we don't really do X. And they're like, yeah, but we'll pay you for that. And you're like, yeah, but we don't really do
yeah,
that. And there is that moment where you have to say, you know what? It's going to cost me too much to
yeah,
switch resources to this trend or this client.
You brought it up in the beginning and you're hitting on it right now is, can we execute this well?
Mhm.
Do we have the space? Do we have the team? Do we have the skill set? Are we mentally agile? Do we have internal champions, ownership? Who's going to do this? What is it that we're going to do? Like, do, all of those things are, can you even do it?
Absolutely. Because it may look easy from the outside.
Yeah.
And when you dig in and you find that this new tool, this new trend doesn't interface with what you've got, oh my goodness, it might be time to slow that process down.
Yeah, yeah. So
So
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna wrap up, but why don't you make your closing point before I do?
Yeah, I mean, that's where I was gonna go closing too. Trends will come and go.
Mhm.
Look for the thorough line. Look for the history that has this been done before, just in a different fashion. The content to me is the thorough line, and a lot of stuff. The promotion of the content, I think, is what keeps changing.
Mhm.
Content has never changed.
Hmm. I really have converted you to the dark side. So, if you've enjoyed this conversation, if you want to dive deeper into the topic of what's hot and what's not, you got two choices. Look for episodes of More Than a Few Words wherever you listen to podcasts, and check out Elevated Marketing Solutions for Jen and her team's expertise on how to execute the right trends.
Take care now.
Bye now.
Bye.